Well, so the Daily Graphic has a lot more of the stories on the front page, and so we start with the Daily Graphic, Mama V.
Yeah, 225 ex-soldiers sue CDS over underpayment of gratuities. Story says that 225 retired military officers have sued the Chief of Defense Staff over what they describe as underpayment of their gratuities, contrary to what the government approved. There's more in detail in the paper if you grab it.
And make sure also you log on to the Graphic website, graphiconline.com.gh. And we also have the load management currently ongoing, not officially over, according to Deputy Energy Minister Jenapo. Oh, we had that.
I think I got a message. Somebody sent me a message.
President Mahama was unconvincing NPP.
Yeah. Okay, so our Kotobabi friend, they haven't said it's over, so you can't blame them. Okay,
so the New Patriotic Party has described the issues raised by the president in his interaction with journalists last Tuesday as a rehash of old issues as well as unconvincing new ones. We have front page.
Daily Guide newspaper. Minister raps chef. Hey, okay, I think it's Chief Imam over Al-Qaeda foot soldiers. The National Democratic Congress administration appears to have come under pressure following the housing of two suspected Al-Qaeda terrorists in Ghana, which has created apprehension among the populace. I think the meat is still very much in the story, so you have to grab the paper to understand. NPP replies Mahama just when officials of the ruling NDC started showering praises on President Mahama. This paper reports that for what they considered an excellent delivery during his meeting on Tuesday with journalists, the NPP has waded in, punching holes in his answers to questions. So we see same story in the Daily Guide and in the Daily Graphic, but written very much differently.
Also, Suba engages with MPs and they interacted with the Parliamentary Select Committee on Communications. Also gave an overview of the operations of the company over the years and also the new investment activities in the West African sub-region.
Okay.
We have countries in Guinea,
I'm curious.
Gambia, and the rest of the countries. We have the Business Finder, Mama.
I was just going to say, because you were in this meeting, whether you like it or yes, what was the feedback like from the parliamentarians?
It's a sectorial interaction that we have with the Parliamentary Select Committee. And indeed, the Select Committee has an oversight responsibility for various sectorial companies within communications, etc. And it's just one of the things to brief them about the new forays that the company is making and how to make sure that they are in line with the objective of creating value as far as Ghana is concerned and helping also contribute significantly. The
Business Finder newspaper. Okay, Bank of Ghana in big dilemma, struggles to achieve stability. Ghana's central bank faces an uphill task to achieve stability as prices of goods and services are set to rise further on the back of increments in fuel prices and utility tariffs. Also, export revenues to drop further. I'm struggling with this. Roland, take over.
The managers of Ghana's economy would have to brace themselves for yet another challenging year in the country's export sector, as Ghana is set to lose hundreds of millions of dollars in export revenues, and all this due to falling commodity prices on the international markets. And already our budget is a most hated as far as that is concerned, or the most hits as far as our projections are, because the oil revenues have now hit to an all-time low.
In an all-time low recorded years. Today. I think, well, okay, that was yesterday. Morning. I think $30 or something. Yeah.
And we know things are difficult pretty much for countries that tend to depend on such commodities.
That's going to affect our budget again.
And over the last 5 years, we haven't been too lucky. Gold prices have not been too good. The other mineral prices have not been too good, and oil over the last year has not been too good.
Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I mean, even if you look at what we are producing in terms of gold and the revenue that we as a country gets from, the total, you can't even, rely on it. But let's move on to the Today newspaper.
Today newspaper says Suba goes international. We brief you about how they're making forays into the sub-region. We also have PPP take swipe at Mahama And it says the Progressive People's Party has said taxes are not the only avenues for government to finance activities, indicating its disapproval for the recent taxes imposed on petroleum products. And we know that largely hit individuals like Mama Viosua Boaje, who have to pay extra at the pumps also. A huge investment she has in various investment houses and discount houses in Ghana.
Amen.
Were likely going to be taxed 1%, but now it's been,
nobody's taking my 1%.
It's been rescinded. Labour holds crunch meeting today, and they said it's over killer taxes and hikes in utility prices. If there's no end in sight, they have threatened they could hit the streets, and we'll join in the protests. Or the media is going to join in the protests.
What I am going
to cover the stories.
What I'm going to do is, because see, things are high. The utility prices. If you want to take what the president said on Tuesday, then I don't see him doing anything about it. If we strike, is it not going to affect the economy further? Because what it means is that we will not be productive.
Yes, in quantum, if we talk about the general loss of perhaps revenue in quantum, generally across board, yes. It's,
I have a piece of advice for labor. You know, some of these things we see before they are passed. I mean, they're talked about in Parliament. We know that it's happening, it's going to happen. We keep quiet until they are passed, you know, and then everything is in place, and then we say that if you don't do it, we go on strike, you know, that kind of thing. I have issues with it. I mean, things are hard. Everybody's feeling the heat. I don't like the fact that I buy fuel. Like, Charlie, right now you have to buy like 250 or 300 to fill your tank. It's very expensive.
Yep.
Okay, so we're at City, but before we do that, let me read a couple of messages. I have changed. Good morning, Mama V and Roland. Please, Mahama is not going to pay 2013-2014 trained and posted teachers arrears. Araba money from Chinderi asking if President Mahama is going to pay their arrears.
Sister Araba, Obandene, what's
okay, I'm not sure where this message is going, so I'm going to skip and move to the next one. This is Atubiga Isaac from Boko. I like your news very much. Special sports side. Thank you. Your interest is sports. Okay, that will be up in a bit. RNMVI, good morning. You get it?
Yeah.
I like that.
Roland and Mama V.
I think the power minister has done a lot of job concerning this power crisis, but unfortunately for him, he's gone. From Eric Injasikan. It's true, unfortunately, he's gone. Hi, good morning. Well done, Nane Kufuado. That's a vision and competent leader. Allah will help 2016 from Mohammed Sule in Sunyain. This one says, Dumso resume again with a new face. Good morning, Roland and Mamavi. Araba Hansen in Cape Coast sending us this message. Please tell the president that we still have in mind what he last described Ghanaians to be short-term memories, in quote from Saeed Zamani. And this message from George in Kumasi says government is not serious at all. On that note, we'll continue with the review.
We'll see how that goes. And the IMF worried over Ghana's economic outlook broadly. And Mahama breached anti-terrorism law, according to Mustafa Hamid, who is an aide to the MPP flag bearer Nana Dankwe Kufuado. And the IPMC not yet paid for year. That's the 1 year payroll and no load shedding so far. In 2016, you go up. And we have a lot more. Nanado Dankwe Kufuado donates to a Duejri explosion, but we know the community is called Piebo.
Piebo. Piebo. I've been saying Piebo. No, Piebo.
All right. That's why.
Okay, so we're done here, aren't we?
And it says Ministry of Health also clears over 3,000 nurses for employment. They have to protest, right? Sometimes, Charlie, you have to, for force.
Okay.
Sometimes you have
so
to.
we'll do the BBC page.
You must do something. All right. So we have BBC, the Africa page, Mama V.
Liberia to be declared Ebola-free. Story says Liberia is set to be declared Ebola-free by the World Health Organization, effectively putting an end to the world's worst outbreak of the deadly disease.
Well, what about all those concerns that were raised, that 1 or 2 traces of the strain was found in the, is it in the semen?
Oh, that's...
or the secretion of these...
I'm sure they're still doing studies around it. They will declare you Ebola-free if you don't show symptoms like the normal symptoms that, you know, if you have Ebola.
And I've been
they
doing
don't
extensive
discover.
reading too, and it said that sometimes after they've been cleared, some of them tend to have vision problems and yes, a lot
It's
more
true.
issues. Problems.
Okay, but they're giving you an overview here. Ebola outbreak declared free in Guinea. Sierra Leone declared free from Ebola. And then they've also got something on how Ebola changed the world and why Ebola is dangerous. But our prayer really with Liberia is that we don't, because we've seen this happen in Sierra Leone, we don't, after just a couple of days after declaring it's Ebola free, we see somebody showing symptoms of it. So
we'll see how that goes as far as this is. But the most important thing is at least those countries have been declared Ebola free, and now some of those citizens in all of those countries can now have a lot more respite.
yeah. Okay, so before Benedict comes to give you the morning dose of sports news, more messages on WhatsApp. Good morning, Mama V and Roland. The president saying the 2 detainees risk assessment was the lowest. Please let's make this analysis. A, Charlie, 41%, 65%, 55%, 78%, 89%. In your view, which amongst these is the lowest? Ah, well, what do I know? MD Kwesi in Akosombo. Hey, Charlie, people do. This message says, my name is Tuga from Dewu Ekuapem. I am really disappointed. Oh, okay. Because no, I think it's an old message I'm ready. But today's message says, good morning, Roland and Mama V. My name is Tuga from Mangoase. You're looking splendid this morning, but Roland, don't get too close to Mama V. Enjoy.
Oh, that's too bad.
Stay. Right. Yeah. Okay, we're controlling him like that. This message, I don't know, you know, when you send me a picture and you make a comment, you confuse me. Thanks for the good work you're doing. Keep it up, but you don't add your name. From Dr. Bik of Paga. I think President Mahama has nothing good for Ghanaian workers. Why increase utilities and everything without increasing salaries for 3 years now? It's from Dr. Bik in Paga. Obviously not happy. Roland, continue.
We have a couple of them still there. And Mama V and Roland, please voice out the concerns of teachers over our salary arrears. You have your face down, your number, or your DP, but no name. Mama V and Ro, okay, that's how it goes now. Good morning, Mama V, you're doing great. God bless you and Ro. From Danny Akunsumbo. Danny, I'm coming for a trip there, so please pray.
Then make sure you read all his messages.
Aisha, okay, that was from yesterday. Okay, so you just copied yesterday's message into the inbox today. Okay, good morning, and Mama V. Okay, this is how they spell it, Mama V.
I see.
This one was Mama V.
Yeah.
Oh, the messages are coming so fast, so sometimes you slip. Okay.
So read.
Good morning, Roland and Mama V. You guys are winners because you have no finishing line. Thank you. And since you're always trying to do something new, thank you as well. I applauded you for that, or you applaud us for that. I want to know when this state embargo and employment will be lifted because we're suffering. And that's from Bright, Volta region. I don't know whether there's any embargo by the state publicly. No.
There is, they're not employing.
We know that...
unless it's absolutely necessary. Yeah. But I tell you what, Bright, when the politician, you know this is an election year, take advantage now. When they come and ask for votes, ask them.
Okay. All right, so we'll conclude with this. Good morning, Mama V. I care for you. Hey. Tell my husband that. And that's from Alphonse Nakote, that I love him and care for him.
Please mention him again.
And you forgive him, and you're giving us this from Kofodia. Okay.
So what, is that a woman or a man?
No, I don't know.
But what's the name?
Can't find out. There's no name there.
Oh, because I wanted to say the message for the person.
Charlie.
Okay, let's see if I can read. No, we've read this already. Let's see if I can read this one.
Benedict is ready with some sports.
Good morning. Benedict is ready with sports? Okay, we'll make way for him. Good morning, Ghanaians. Why did we condemn the 2 suspected armed robbers before their trials? Zion in one.
Who suspected armed robbers?
I'm not sure.
Those that were hit with the car? with a car?
Maybe, I think so, yes.
The driver has already benefited from a lot more things. Please, don't worry.
This one says, please tell UCC to release our certificates to us. It's from Karim in Goshogu. You have to give us more details now. Which year? What certificate are you talking about? Hi, I'm Solomon from Samoa in the Upper West region. I love you guys. We love you too. Thank you so much for all the love.
Thank you.
This one says, you're indeed splendid. Keep the fire burning. It's from James, who is watching us right now.
Okay, so that made for your messages. In the meantime, today we've been given a lot more promise from Magajia in the studio that we're going to have a lot more of your messages read. And so I can bet she'll be reading a lot more of them. But right now I have to bring you a lot more of the news. And Benedict also Dankwa is around the corner to give us a lot more sports. So do stay on.
Yeah.